LW Heckman Gymnasium here in Ottoville for this Putnam County League high school girls basketball action tonight on WOSN. It is Ottoville, the Big Green, hosting the Bulldogs of Columbus Grove. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whenever you're listening to watching this broadcast. I'm Patrick Hamler alongside Josiah Stober. A pivotal matchup in the PCL. Columbus Grove 11-0, off to a fast start, but of course Ottoville right there with them at 10-1. Both teams unbeaten in the Putnam County League, and this could be for the inside track at the very least for the PCL championship this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Both teams, probably circled this game on their calendar, knowing that both teams coming in this year are going to have really good teams here. And as you said, this is probably that game that's going to set up for this conference championship. So I've been excited about this game. I'm sure it's going to be a good one.
Looking forward to a great matchup as the starting lineups have been announced. Columbus Grove circling the O as they're already on the court ready to go. Ottoville getting set, just about ready to come on. Of course, the Ottoville Big Green attack paced by the Turbin twins. Erica and Carly have been on the court together since they were however tall they were when they started basketball. They will do that this year. They will continue that next year at the University of Findlay, and they have been pacing this Big Green attack so far this season. We are tipped off and underway, moving from right to left. Columbus Grove controlling the basketball. Kendall Palte having it. Here's moving it around. Aubrey Schrader, now Lauren Achmoody. She'll take a shot from Adele's concrete three ball, and that is up and good. And that's something Lauren Achmoody has done a lot of this year.
Yeah, good start there for the Grove. Finding Achmoody comes in averaging 27 points a game for this Grove team. No stranger from knocking down those shots from deep, and she's able to get her team off to a good start.
As she goes, so goes the Bulldogs, as that ball into the legs really of Nicole Nesby, and she picks it up for the turnover. And as Achmoody goes, typically Columbus Grove goes, and they are unbeaten so far on the season. There's a nice up and under, but just a little short on the basket. Big Green outlet pass. This is Brooklyn Kester up and in.
Yeah, and Ottoville will look for those quick opportunities when they are available, and a good pass up ahead to Kester, and she's able to knock down the two, as this will be a turnover on the Bulldogs.
So they'll get the over and back, and as you said, a turnover by Columbus Grove. Myers along with Kendall Palte, Aubrey Schrader, and Nicole Nesby to go along with Lauren Achmoody, the starters tonight for Columbus Grove. Ball controlled by Erica Turbin, now over to Carly Turbin. Carly looking for someone, finds her sister, and she will drive in off balance shot, no good. Ball corralled by Myers. Myers dishes off, cuts inside, Palte, step back, 14-footer off the rim and no good.
Kendall Snipke there does a great job boxing out Nesby. There's a quick turnover.
Achmoody comes up with it, up around and in. Achmoody 5, Ottoville 2.
And if you're Ottoville, you can't give up those easy buckets.
Little Luke Longley-esque jumper right there. 1 point lead now for Columbus Grove. There is that knockdown by Kendall Snipke. And a foul on the other end.
Now from our angle there, Kendall Snipke looked like a nice block there, but the officials said there was a little bit too much contact on the body, which will then send Ruth Myers to the free throw line.
First one on her that will send Ruth Myers to the line, the 5'4" junior. First foul shot is no good.
Number 21, Paige Turnwald. Number 2, Paige Turnwald. And number 33, Brian Wortenberger.
Some substitutions here for the Big Green. Paige Turnwald coming in as that second free throw is up and good. 6-4 Columbus Grove. 5:40 remaining in the first quarter on the Ultimate Outdoor scoreboard. Carly working inside and offensive foul.
Looks like they call almost the same foul on the other side.
Defensive foul.
A little too
The
much
way the
body.
official moved her hands, I thought it was an offensive foul.
Yep.
No, I don't think it was that, and it wasn't.
That'll be the first on Nesby.
Carly Turbin's first foul shot, no good. Turbin 61% from the charity stripe this season, knocks that one down. Dueling free throws here at the moment. Now Myers, no place to go. A little bit of a modified hook shot, high off the backboard and no good.
And I think Ottoville will be happy with that shot. I see their face guarding Moody, not allowing her to get involved here early in this offense, knowing how potent she is from all over the court.
There's Katie Turnwald. She passes that off to Briley Wurtenberger. Turbin. Erica back to Carly. Trying to get the tie up and will, and that will stay down here with Ottoville. Brooklyn Kester checks back into the contest. Erica Turbin will catch a breather. Wittenberger controlling, dribbling. Man-to-man defense quite stout. This shot put up from just inside the three-point range, as that is no good from Paige Turnwald.
Yeah, it looked like Nesby got away with one there. Little push there from the back, and that would have been 2 fouls if the officials would have called it, but the ball will go back to the Bulldogs.
Nesby is a significant presence down low, and she is able to disrupt a lot of opposing offenses and has done that quite a bit this season. And now Grove working inside. This is Moody, double teamed, pull up, jumper, no good. Kester brings it across the timeline. Moving to the right, contact and a rugby scrum for the basketball. We'll have a tie-up, and this one will go back to Columbus Grove.
Saw Moody there with some good help side defense, getting her hand on that ball and then jumping on it, giving her team another possession.
Erica Turbin, Addie Miller checking in for the Big Green as Carly Turbin has a seat. Von Horstman using a lot of substitutions here early on. Moody kicks out. Here's a Dale's Concrete three-pointer off the front iron, no good, and a foul.
And that was the freshman, Aubrey Schrader, with that open three. We saw Ottoville on their defense. Once the ball got into Moody there in the post, they doubled her right away, trying to get the ball out of her hands as quickly as possible.
First foul on Allison Thompson. Still 6-5. Columbus Grove on top of Ottoville, 3.5 remaining on the Ultimate Outdoor scoreboard. Dale's Concrete three ball by Brooklyn Kester, up and in.
Brooklyn Kester shooting 42% from beyond the arc this year. Only one of 3 players for Ottoville that's knocked down a 3 all year.
Not a lot of three-point shooters on the team, but the ones that are on there are pretty good.
Yep.
Trying to cut in is Thompson, and they'll reach in foul. Will be assessed to Kate Turnwald. That's her first. Second one on Ottoville. Carly Turbin checks back in after a quick breather. Moody inbounds. Cut inside, here is Nesby, and she puts it in.
So Good design of out-of-bounds play there as Moody was the one setting the screen, so everybody focused on her, allowed Nesby to cut to the rim, and she was able to finish the easy two.
Jocelyn Langall, she'll pull up from 16 and hits. Moody thought about the pull-up, said passes it off, working it around the perimeter. Now into the hands of Thompson. Cutting inside, this is Paulty. She gives it off to Nesby, and they're at one around the rim and out.
And Paulty was able to find Nesby on a good pass there. Just ball rolled out around the rim, hit every part, and rolled out.
Kester kicks out. Langhall, she'll cut in, and she draws contact. That is going to be the second on Thompson. And that will be a shooting foul as well. Langhall's, oh, I don't even want to say it. She's 6 of 6 this year from the charity
Yep.
stripe. Okay, good. 7 of 7.
Is that the announcer curse that you're talking about?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. As soon as I mention something. Aubrey Schrader checking in for Grove. Second free throw is good. Not me, not today. 12-8 Ottoville. Here's Moody, pulls up for Dale's concrete three, no good. And a foul on the rebound. Kester bringing it down. And that's going to be on Aubrey Schrader. That's her first. Fourth one on Columbus Grove. Schnipke pulls up and hits.
See what's made this Ottoville team so good this year. 4 different players scoring here in this first quarter. Good box out. They see they push quickly.
Schrader on the miss. Here's Kester. Kick out. Turbin. That ball partially blocked. Recovered by Ottoville. A little fadeaway contact, and that will send Schnipke to the line.
I believe that is on Nesby, which will be her second.
They did. They do. Assess that to Nesby. That's her second. Kendall Schnipke at the line, 71% from the charity stripe this season. First one is good. Second foul shot is up and good. And an 8-0 run for the Big Green here in the last couple of minutes. Kendall Schnipke has a seat. See Paige Turnwald checking in for Ottoville. And another turnover. Kester with it. And a tie-up. That will go back to Ottoville. So a defensive battle opening up here in this first quarter, and Ottoville has had the better of it here the last couple of minutes as they have an 8-point lead.
Yeah, we can see their focus so much on Auchmuty, but doing a good job. That's Erica Turbin. Has the responsibility of trying to take away Auchmuty, which so many teams have tried to do in the past, but so far in this first quarter, she scored 5 early, but hasn't scored since.
Kester gives it up. Langhals looking for someone, finds Turnwall. Now Turnwall will drive in. There's a lane that opens up and she can't finish. Right there is Kester to clean it up and up and 2. 10-0 run for the Big Green.
Yeah, just Turnwall driving on Nesby, knowing she has those 2 fouls, and Nesby kind of has to lay off a little bit. Misses it, but a good battle for the finish.
Auchmuty can't get there, and last touch there by Turbin. It'll stay with Columbus Grove. And as you said, Auchmuty scored the first 5 points for Columbus Grove very early in the quarter. And with 17 seconds left in the first quarter, she has not cracked the scoreboard since. This is inside to Nesby, and her shot blocked by Turnwald. And a reach in on Achmoody.
Now with 5 fouls here in this quarter already, Ottoville will go to the free throw line. Opportunity here to extend this 10-point lead here in the first quarter.
That's the first foul on Achmoody. First foul shot up and good. Erica Turbin, 85% from the charity stripe this season. Second free throw is no good. Final seconds of quarter number 1. Here's Schrader kicking out, giving up Paulty. Schrader, 3-ball, and that one off the top of the backboard and no good. And that will do it for the first quarter. Ottoville ends it on an 11-0 run, and after one they lead 19-8. Quarter number 2 coming up here on WOSN. Welcome back. Our scoreboard sponsor is Ultimate Outdoor. Bring resort-style living to your backyard every day with a luxury outdoor space by Ultimate Outdoor. And tonight's three-point sponsor is Dale's Concrete. Call Dale's Concrete and Decorative Stamping in Lipsick for all your commercial and residential concrete needs. Get ready for quarter number 2 here from LW Heckman Gymnasium, and the home team, Big Green, up 19-8 on Columbus Grove. This PCL matchup. Patrick Kamler, Josiah Stover here with you, in Ottoville nip and tuck there in the early going, and they've been on an 11-0 run. That's what's giving them this big lead, Josiah.
Yeah, we look at the team here. Brooklyn Kester in that first quarter had 7 big points for the Ottoville Big Green. Kendall Schnipke had 6, and Jocelyn Langels had 4 for the Big Green. And we talked about earlier, Lauren Achmoody had the first 5 points for this Grove team, was held scoreless the rest of that first quarter. We'll see if they can find a way to get her involved as she turns the ball over.
Stripped away, Brooklyn Kester into Turbin's hands, corralling it. Swinging it back around. Here's a free ball, and that one I think partially deflected as Schrader got her hands on it. Back to Turbin. There's the elbow, and that one's good.
Yeah, Erica Turbin receiving the pass from Achmoody, who's trying to save that ball from going out of bounds, and she steps right into a shot, knocks down it, extends this lead now to 13.
13-0 run for Ottoville. And a timeout, thermal guard window indoor timeout. We will take it as well. 21-8, Ottoville on top. We'll be right back. Our timeout sponsor tonight is the Thermal Guard Window and Door. Quality windows and doors from a local company you can trust. Visit thermalguardwindows.com or call 419-229-4273 for your free estimate. Trying to get a window into the timeout there, what head coach Brian Schrader was talking about with his Bulldogs.
Well, they got to take care of the ball, first of all. We've seen a couple turnovers here. Achmoody turned the ball over that first possession, but they got to find a way to get her the ball, and she does it there.
Achmoody with the bucket, 7 points for her, and the first points in a while. About 5 or 6 minutes of game time since Columbus Grove had scored. 21-10, Ottoville.
Well, and if you're Grove, you live and die with Achmoody, leading scorer for many years now for this Grove team. So they got to find ways offensively. You know, if she gives the ball up, can they find a way to get the ball back to her?
Scoop shot, reverse there by Turbin. That one no good. Achmoody leading the charge, and Paulty bodied there, and she draws contact in the foul. Erica Turbin picks up her first. Paulty at the line to shoot 2. First one no good. Paulty's second shot is no good. Turbin with the rebound. Back to Kester. And that one slapped away by Schrader, saved from going out of bounds momentarily. And it will be Ottoville basketball.
A good hustle there by Kendall Paulty. Almost slid into that step there.
Yeah.
Trying to help her team get another possession there, but the ball goes back to the Big Green. Well, yeah, see the adjustment here by Grove now going to that 2-3 zone. He's playing a little bit more man-to-man to start the game, so Ottoville's going to have to figure out how to attack this.
Well, lane violation, and that will be a turnover. Go back to Columbus Grove. Paige Turnwall checking in along with Langhaus for Ottoville. Kendall Schnipke will have a seat. Moody gives it off. Working it around. Here's Schrader for 3. Dale's Concrete 3, no good. Kester with the rebound. Turbin with it. Gives it up. Langhaus dribbling, passing.
Ottoville being patient here, trying to get into their sets here. Haven't found a way yet to break down this 2-3 zone, so good patience here by this team.
So I see more deliberation from the Ottoville offense. Is that coming from the 2-3 zone?
Yeah, trying to find a way to break through. You know, this Grove team has some length to it. Unfortunately, thought they'd have a turnover there, but good hustle there by Pulte, but she's unable to pick up the ball.
Unable to recover it, so Ottoville will keep possession of the basketball. Under 5 minutes to go here in the first half. An 11-point lead for Ottoville.
And as you were saying, though, I think this 2-3 zone, Grove's done a good job not allowing those driving lanes that we saw in the first quarter. So Ottoville has to find a way, 2 turnovers out of this 2-3 defense. So see if they can figure it out here.
Scoring was starting slow at the beginning of the first quarter. Very similar to here in the second, as each team only has 1 bucket. And that will be another foul against Ockbooty, so she picks up her second here in the second quarter.
And I can imagine Coach Schrader probably went to that 2-3 zone to protect his players too, but that's 2 big ones on Ockbooty.
Thermoguard window and door timeout. 4:16 to go here in the second quarter. We'll be back after this on WOSN. Welcome back. 4:16 to go here in quarter number 2. Ottoville with an 11-point lead and the basketball.
Bulldog team continues to stay in this 2-3 zone. Talked a little bit about it just before that pass timeout. Ottoville still trying to find a way to get into the cracks of this defense. But right now, just being patient, trying to run their offense, trying to find those open shots.
And because there's no shot clock, the Ottoville doesn't have to force the action. They have an 11-point lead. That, I'm sure, is factoring into the strategy just a little bit. I know it doesn't make for a compelling basketball unless you're really into strategy and keep away. But
just like any defense, one of the ways to break is you got to move the ball quickly. And right now, I think Ottoville's just okay, kind of slowing the tempo down. They are moving the ball. But right now, they're trying to make sure it's the right pass as they continue to reverse the ball from side to side.
Indeed they do. Working it around. You can tell that there's been a lot of success with this, but they are able to force the turnover as Columbus Grove. Ockbooty brings it up. 15-footer is good. And if you're Columbus Grove, that's exactly what you want to have happen in that circumstance. Linghall's passing in, and another turnover. Schraber going coast to coast and can't finish it off. Nesby got her hands on it, and it will go back to Ottoville.
Grove's got exactly what they wanted since they switched this 2-3 zone. Ottoville turning the ball over the last couple possessions. Just weren't able to capitalize on that turnover to get some points.
Kester passes it off, gets it back in the corner. Tight defense there. Allison Thompson has been very good defensively. Very tight defense there up at the top of the key, near the top of the key. Now working around, this is Turbin. Now she'll cut inside, shot off. No good. Nesby with the rebound. And if you're Columbus Grove, you're getting back into this one. That's exactly what you want to have happen. Working here is Elise Fortman. Into the hands of Achmoody. Step back, thought about the Dale's concrete three. And another offensive foul.
I think they called maybe 3 seconds in the lane there on Nesby.
I think so.
Instead.
So I've seen that a couple times,
yeah.
Once from each side. Kester brings it across. Kendall Paulty also very snug defensively. Working it around. Katie Turnwald has it. Pull up. Here's Turbin. Knocks that one down.
First time Ottoville's really been able to get into the heart of that 2-3 zone and able to knock it down. A great take there, though, by Aubrey Schrader.
Schrader cuts to the defense and puts one in. 23-14, a 9-point lead for Grove as we come into the final minute of the first half. Long Dale's concrete three by Turbin, and Carly knocks it down. And stolen away. Kester gets it. Running the floor, stops up, ball goes out of bounds, and it will stay with Ottoville. I'm way up here, man. I didn't see it.
Yeah. Coach Schrader not too happy with that call, but for us, the back of the player was to our view, so.
Big Green basketball, 30 seconds left to go in the first half. Kester controlling it now into the hands of Erica.
We'll see Ottoville try to hold for the last shot here, and no hurry against this 2-3 zone. 8 seconds to go.
And a foul, and that's going to be number 3 on Allison Thompson. So that will prompt a substitution. Ruth Myers checks back in. Turbin inbounds, 5 seconds. Kester cutting inside, gets it to go off and in. And that is how the first half will conclude as Ottoville asserting their dominance here at home, and they lead 28-14. It is halftime here at LW Heckman Gymnasium. We'll be back for quarter number 3 when we return here on WOSN. Halftime wrapping up here from Ottoville. Our scoreboard sponsor is Ultimate Outdoor. Bring resort style living to your backyard every day with a luxury resort's outdoor space by Ultimate Outdoor. 28-14, Ottoville on top of Columbus Grove in this high school girls basketball matchup. Putnam County League action. Patrick Hamler, Josiah Stober here with you. And Ottoville raced out to that big lead in the first quarter and really just kind of held serve in the second. That was mostly a defensive battle, but it's Ottoville with a lead that's probably a little bigger than a lot of people thought it would be here heading into the third quarter.
Yeah, and if you're Grove, 9 points out of Lauren Ockbooty, which is expected for her, just haven't been able to find that second scorer here. It looks like the ball will go out of bounds on Grove, back to Ottoville, but Grove did make that adjustment in that second quarter with going to that 2-3 zone. We'll see if they stick to it or come out in man-to-man, which looks like they have.
Big Green basketball to start quarter number 3, 14-point lead. And there's a turnover as Schrader taking it inside but can't finish. Paulty trying to rip it away, and they tip tied up ball. Possession arrow favoring Columbus Grove.
Seen that a couple times from Schrader there in that first half. Getting to the rim, just unable to finish.
Here's Ockmoody, Dale's Concrete 3, in and out. Ball bouncing and saved initially from going out of bounds, and they're going to say it's going to stay with Columbus Grove, actually. The official saying that it went off of Erica Turbin's foot. Grove basketball. Ockmoody. Myers controlling it, top of the key, swinging it around, now trying to work inside. Trying to get some other Bulldogs involved in the offense, and also trying to get Ockmoody going too. Well, that'll work. Just part the C's, let her in, and she scores. 11 points for Ockmoody, 28-16 Ottoville.
And I think if you're Grove, you got to continue to find ways to move the ball side to side, not allow that Ottoville defense, which is very solid, to just guard Ockmoody, and they did there on that last possession.
Erica floating jump shot, no good. Nesby rebound. Nesby's had a quiet game overall. Here's Schrader. That shot blocked, and Nesby losing it out of bounds. It will go back to Ottoville. Paige Turnwald checking in as Kendall Schnipke has a seat for Ottoville. Now Turbin controls it, top of the key. Ottoville moving to the left, wearing the white, and saving basketballs from going out of bounds. Columbus Grove in the red. Kester up high off the glass, and a defensive foul. And that is going to be the third on Lauren Ockmoody.
That could be a big foul with Ockmoody, who we know is not coming off the floor.
Right.
For this Grove team, but 3 fouls here, picking up her third one here early in this third quarter.
First foul shot is no good. No, Lauren Ockmoody's not going to come off the court. Coach Rader's going to say, hey, you need to figure out how to stay out there with three fouls. Bradley Wertenberger checking in for the Big Green. Second foul shot is no good. And a foul by Wertenberger as she checks in and picks up her first. So the Columbus Grove foul situation, Lauren Ockmoody with 3 fouls, Allison Thompson with 3 fouls, Nicole Nesby with 2. Here is Schrader from the corner. That one, Dale's Concrete 3, is long. And Schrader getting in there and getting the basketball, forcing a turnover. Then Turbin slaps it away. It will stay down here with the Bulldogs.
Well, good hustle there by Aubrey Schrader as she missed that 3 on the last possession, but was very aware of what was going on around her and got the ball back for this Grove team.
Down to Nesby, working it around. Now Thompson has it. She drives in, stops, Good help defense there by the Big Green. Opposite side, now here is Thompson again, and that one unable to find the range. Thompson can't get it to go. Turbin brings it across the timeline over to the left side, then she steps back, takes the Dale's concrete three, and knocks it down. First bucket of the half for Ottoville. 31-16 lead now for the Big Green.
Yeah, that's
up
number
and
9.
Under for Akmoudi.
Akmoudi comes right back in response.
Akmoudi with 13 of Columbus Grove's 16 points tonight. Make that 18 points. Turnwald looking, passing it off. Now Kate Turnwald. An offensive foul called. And they get that on Riley Wertenberger, so that's her second. Did they?
I think they corrected it. Yep, put it. Yep, number 33. Yep.
Okay, there we go.
The officials just wanted to make sure they were on the same page on that call.
Turnwald and Turbin will have a seat. Addie Miller checking back in. Akmoudi nails concrete three. Is good. Akmoudi with 16, trying to cut this lead down further, down to 10 now, 31-21.
Kind of a surprising change by Ottoville. In the first half, it was Erica Turbin guarding Akmoudi about the whole half and switched it up here. And Akmoudi's starting to get a little bit of momentum in her game.
Now Turbin working, kicks it. And that is another foul on Lauren Akmoudi, and that is number 4. So it may become a moot point here very soon if Akmoudi picks up one more foul, as she now has 4.
Well, we talked about her not coming off the floor, but with 4 now, you know, the way the officials have been calling this game.
Dale's concrete three, no good. And at this point, you have to think Akmoudi is not going to be as aggressive defensively as she has been. In trouble there underneath, Elise Fortman passing it off. Nesby off the glass and in.
Well, we'll see if Columbus Grove goes back to that 2-3 zone maybe to help protect Akmoudi.
There's Kester knocking that one in as Grove trying to cut into this lead, but a turnover forced. It will go back. Ten-point lead for Ottoville on the Ultimate Outdoor scoreboard. 3:17 to go here in quarter number 3.
Grove is staying in straight man-to-man.
9-3 Columbus Grove run here in the third quarter. Good ball movement by the Big Green. Look in the corner. Dale's concrete three is no good. Around the rim and out. Turbin saves it and maintains the possession. Good hustle play by Carly. Erica with the basketball, and they will reset.
Well, here the Big Green coaching staff tell them, run the offense, pull it back out, see if you can take some more time off this clock here.
Seeing that patience that we saw from them earlier, and ball will stay down here with Ottoville.
Looked like there might have been a trip there.
I would say a trip, or I don't know if some feet got tangled or what, but. Turbin near the top of the key, passes it off. Kester looking for a lane, couldn't find it. Tries again, passes it off to Erica. Schnipke Working inside, Nesby with the block. Spin move, and Langhaus called for the travel, however. If you're Columbus Grove, you want to be within, I would think you want to be within single digits, and you still want to have Moody out there with a chance to close the gap even further. If you can do that, I think it'd be a very productive third quarter for you.
Well, you see Ottoville went back to having Erica Turbin guarding Moody, and Moody had a great look there, just unable to knock it down, but you see the Big Green making the adjustment back to where they started.
Kester off balance and the foul. We'll see who they give this to. If it's Thompson, that'll be her fourth, and it is. And no movement there on the Columbus Grove bench, so Thompson's going to stay in with 4 fouls. So Thompson and Moody both on the court with 4 fouls. Kester's foul shot is no good. Aubrey Schrader checks out for Columbus Grove. Kendall Pulte takes her place. Kester's second foul shot, no good.
Kester coming in 73% from the free throw line.
And a hesitation shot there by Thompson is blocked. We'll stay down here with Columbus Grove. Final 80 seconds of the third quarter. Moody pulls up for a Dale's Concrete three, no good. Erica Turbin with the rebound.
Even with Grove down by 10 points here, when you have a player like Moody still out there on the court, it seems like 10 isn't that much. We'll see if they can find a way to get her going.
Turbin pulls up, can't get it to go. We are under a minute. Moody, Dale's Concrete three, that one is short. Myers, rebound, gives it up. Another Dale's Concrete three, and that time it's Elise Fortman putting it in. And just like that, it's down to a 7-point lead for Ottoville. Kester dribbles in, 17-footer is short, and Grove will just let that one bounce out of bounds. And an opportunity to cut this to 5, maybe 4 points before the end of the third quarter. .20 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. Nesby top of the key, gives it up. Looking inside for Nesby and puts it in. 5-point lead for Ottoville. Final seconds here of the third quarter. Turbin dribbling, passing. Turbin puts it up. Will this count? It will not be any good in any case. Columbus Grove down 14, only trailing by 5 as we head to the fourth quarter here on WOSN. Welcome back. Tonight's three-point sponsor is Dale's Concrete. Call Dale's Concrete and Decorative Stamping in Leipzig for all your commercial and residential concrete needs. And our timeout sponsor is ThermalGuard Window and Door. Quality windows and doors from a local company you can trust. Visit thermalguardwindows.com or call 419-229-4273 for your free estimate. Fourth quarter ready to get started here from Ottoville. The Big Green up 28-14 at halftime. Now only up 33-28. Columbus Grove has come all the way back, and they are going to have to do a lot more in order to try and come away with a win in this one. Lauren Moody with 16 points, pacing the Grove attack, but she has 4 fouls. Scoop shot by Langhals, up and in.
Langhall is making a strong drive, going in between two Grove defenders, makes the easy bucket.
Swinging it around, this is Schrader, and Schrader double dribbles.
Entering the Ottoville lineup, number 20, Kendall Stevie.
Well, if you just happen to be a fan of the University of Findlay women's basketball team, you are seeing a glimpse into the future here as 3 of the players on the court committed to Findlay. Erica and Carly Turbin have committed to Findlay next season, as well as Lauren Ockmoody. And there is Kendall Schnipke. And now Ottoville trying to build that lead back up to a 9-point lead. Ockmoody cuts inside and gets it to go.
You see Grove here trying to create some space for Ockmoody to work there. Got her the ball at the top. She just attacked the rim and scored.
Off balance shot, no good. Nesby with a rebound. Ockmoody, numbers against her, but still running the court and counted in the foul. Foul assessed to Erica Turbin, that's her second. Chance for a 3-point play. Kester comes back into the contest. Kate Turnwald has a seat for the Big Green. Foul shot no good, and it will go out of bounds. Last touch by Grove. Erica Turbin controlling, guarded tightly by Aubrey Schrader. Now, Carly, caught in the lane, gives it up. Ottoville's been very good at ball control and maintaining possessions in this game. I would expect to see them use a bit of that here in the final quarter.
Well, we see Ottoville trying to post up Ockmoody down there in the post, knowing she has those 4 fouls. Well, and we see Pulte switching down onto that post player, but Ottoville's trying to get Ockmoody, I think, out of the game.
And now Ockmoody guarding Kester. Myers called for her first foul. Nice cutting drive, and Turbin forcing contact. They foul on Pulte. Her first.
Well, they always say the person
second, rather, sorry.
Taking the ball out of bounds is usually the most dangerous, and we saw that there with Carly Turbin. She passed it in quick and cut right to the basket, and opportunity here for some free throws.
Turbin's first shot is good. And the second one is up and good. 39-32. Ottoville maintaining a 7-point lead, 5.5 to go here in the fourth quarter on the Ultimate Outdoor scoreboard. Trying to feed it inside to Nesby, and the ball last touched by the Big Green.
You see Grove there trying to get the ball into Nesby with no backside help. But it was number 20, Kendall Schnipke, doing a great job.
Feed inside underneath to Pulte. Lead cut back down to 5. So far the closest Columbus Grove has been able to get since it was 14-8 back in quarter number 1. That's a 6-point lead. Turbin controlling, thought about taking the Dales Concrete 3-pointer. Gives that up to Carly. Kester pulls up and splashes down.
Seen that a couple times this afternoon. Kester taking that one dribble, attacking the rim, then pulling up, knocking down about the 12-foot shot.
Kester leading all scorers with 13 points, or leading Ottoville rather with 13 points. And now Turbin with the rebound. Kester, Dale's concrete three. That one is short. Nice hustle play, follows up with their own rebound. Back out to Langholz and controlled by Turbin. Coming up on the halfway point of the fourth quarter. Shot is up and good by Kendall Schnipke as Ottoville starting to heat up here in the last half of this quarter.
Oh, what's made Ottoville so good this year is the balance they've had. You see on the scoreboard, 13, 11, 10, 6, 3. Balanced scoring by this team just makes it so difficult for a team to defend.
Yep. Points can come from anywhere, and they have tonight for the Big Green. Step back, Moody off balance. Dale's concrete three. And a thermal guard window and door timeout will take it as well. 3.5 remaining in the fourth quarter. It's a 6-point lead for Ottoville. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Our scoreboard sponsor is Ultimate Outdoor. Bring resort-style living to your backyard every day with a luxury outdoor space by Ultimate Outdoor. 3:31 to go. We're in the fourth quarter. 43-37 Ottoville on top of Columbus Grove in this Putnam County League girls basketball matchup. Ottoville has led since they went up 10-8 in the first quarter, and led by as many as 14, but Columbus Grove has stormed back and trailed by 2 possessions here with 3:15 to go.
It looks like travel.
And it is a travel. I think Pulte was maybe trying to draw a foul there, but got the travel instead, so Columbus Grove forcing the turnover. Inbound to Moody, 3:10 remaining in the fourth quarter. Pulte working inside against Kester, puts that one up and in.
4-point game.
Press coming. Able to break it, however, is Ottoville, and again, we've seen them be very patient. Going to see some of that as Aubrey Schrader is trying to draw the foul.
Look like she almost holding on to her,
right.
Running around.
Inbound to Kester, almost knocked away by Schrader, and Schrader will much quicker be called for the foul this time. It's her second.
That will be team foul number 4, so
they're out of fouls to give. Able to get across the timeline there on the left side of your screen. And a thermal guard window and door timeout. 2:28 to go with a 4-point lead. We'll take it as well. We'll be right back on WOSN. .228 to go here in the fourth quarter. It's a 4-point lead for Ottoville. Big Green with the basketball.
See Grove coming out here with a 1-3-1 zone.
Ottoville, interesting to see how aggressive they are offensively. We've seen them with a lot of patience, although Columbus Grove probably not going to let them be patient offensively. As Schrader is in there. And she picks up her third foul, and that will put Ottoville at the line where they will be the rest of the game. Big Green has struggled a little bit here in the second half with the foul shots, and they do so still. Langholz's first one is no good.
And maybe out of that timeout, that was one of the strategies Coach Schrader talked about.
You very well might be right.
Put him at the free throw line.
Good.
Yeah.
Opportunity for Columbus Grove to cut it to a one-possession game. They trailed by as many as 14. Step back, Dale's concrete three for Lauren Ochmoody, and it's a one-point game.
Ice through her veins there. Just take a step back, knocks down the big three. We have a one-point game here.
And a turnover forced. Bulldogs with a chance to take the lead, and a foul called as Kester reached in. That will be her first foul. Well, the JV contest between these two came down to 1 point, and varsity is 1 point right now. 43-42, Columbus Grove. Opportunity to take the lead for the first time since they were up 6-4. Ochmoody's shot is short. Fight for the basketball underneath, and a possession arrow will favor Columbus Grove. Thermal guard, window, and door timeout. Columbus Grove fans showing their appreciation as it has a 1 point game. 43-42 Ottoville on top of Columbus Grove. We'll be right back on WOSN. Welcome back, 1:35 to go in the fourth quarter. Columbus Grove with the basketball. Going to inbound, going to take the lead here on Schrader's layup. 44-43 Columbus Grove, as they have come all the way back. Kester, Dale's concrete three, and what an answer by the Big Green. Kester with 16 points, and she puts the Big Green right back on top. Schrader back the other way, and we're tied.
The game really slowed down for much of that fourth quarter, but last minute here, it's been up and down, and tie ball game, minute to go.
Remember we said when the second quarter was like really slow and third quarter was really slow, and they were saving it all up here for quarter number 4. Turbin dribbles back out, all tied at 56, 49 seconds to go. I don't know if you think about holding for last shot here, but I would imagine it's a consideration. Working inside, Schnipke looking for something, cut inside of Turbin. A little off the mark, Turbin thought about it. Working it around for the lead, got it! Dale's concrete three for Kate Turnwald. Her first points of the game.
And Kate Turnwald only averages 1.7 points a game, so knocks it down with that big three.
And Schrader puts it up and in, and what a 50 seconds she's had. 8 points for the contest, a thermal guard, window, and door timeout. Ottoville a 1 point lead with 14.8 seconds remaining as we discuss strategy coming up here for this final 14.8. And of course, in a game like this, and if you're Ottoville and you pull this one out, you think, wow, you know, we were up 14 points by this one, and you think, man, how did it happen? And you look at Columbus Grove, and it was just chipping away the entire game, the entire second half, I should say. They didn't go on any massive runs. It wasn't anything big. There was a 10-4 run that they had. It's probably their largest, but really it has just been executing, chipping away at the lead, and a big part is Lauren Ochmoody has been fantastic considering last quarter and a half she's had 4 fouls. She's been able to stay in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and that, you know, in normal games, you know, coaches probably take that player out, let him sit till this time now. You know, can't do that if you're Columbus Grove, but as you said, just continue to chip away, doing the little things, forcing turnovers. Ottoville not doing a great job of knocking down free throws, and this could come into play here, especially in the second half. Unofficially, I think they made all their free throws in the first half. Here in the second half, have really struggled, so we'll see if Columbus Grove decides to foul real quick.
I think they were looking to foul, and Turbin is fouled by Schrader. That's going to be her 4th. And now it's going to come down to hitting your foul shots. Turbin 61% from the charity stripe for the season.
Well, and if you're Ottoville here, do you take a timeout if she makes them and says, hey, do not let Akmoody shoot the ball.
First foul shot is good. Will be a one-possession game regardless. Allison Thompson checking in for Ruth Myers, so getting a little additional length and height on the court. Second foul shot is good. And there is the timeout. Von Horstman wants to talk it over with 10.2 seconds left. And, you know, I think going back to what you just said, you have to think it's Akmoody getting the ball, three-point shot. I mean, I think everyone's thinking that.
Yep. Well, and I think if you're Ottoville here, is you go, if somebody else knocks down a three, we'll live with it. But you can't allow Akmoody, to get an open shot here. So I imagine that coaching staff's drawing up a play here. Now, if you're Columbus Grove, 10.2 seconds, that's still a lot of time. If you can get the ball up quickly, find somebody for a quick layup, get another timeout, set everything up. There's some couple options here, but if you're Ottoville, do not let Akmoody get any daylight. If anything, make her drive to the basket.
Yep. So coming out of the timeout of a contest that looked like it was going to be a breeze at halftime. Certainly for the Big Green fans might have felt that, but the Bulldogs have stormed right back and at one point had the lead back in this one, had a 44-43 lead, now trailing by 3, 51-48 on the Ultimate Outdoor scoreboard. It's Columbus Grove basketball. Inbound here is Akmoody, and she will be fouled as she tries to draw the shooting foul.
Well, we see Ottoville still have another foul to give. Trying to take some time off the clock here as Coach Schrader decides to take a timeout.
At the thermal guard window and door timeout, we'll take it as well. 8 seconds remaining in regulation. We're in the game. We'll find out next here on WOSN. .4 seconds to go. Columbus Grove trailing by 3 with the basketball. Paulty to inbound, gets it in to Schrader, double teamed, gives it up to Paulty. Hit back, Thompson, shot blocked by Turbin. That one's going to go out of bounds. Good defensive play with 3.3 seconds now, and not much more here than a catch and shoot. They're going to give it to Nesby. Nesby to Paulty. Paulty, and that one partially blocked, I think, on Akmoody trying to get back there, but not enough time as Ottoville survives this big-time PCL matchup. They win 51-48. What a game we saw here today.
Yeah, we saw a little bit of everything. Ottoville starting out so hot in that first half, but then we saw Grove just, as you said, battle back, continue to chip away at that score, and, got some excitement here at the end of the game. You could tell everybody was expecting Akmoody to get that shot, but really the story of this game was Ottoville and that defense. 26 points, and it's hard to say they did a good job of holding someone down, but it was really late when Akmoody got hot and continued to contribute, but they shut down everybody else on that team and did a really good job tonight. So, big game, lots of excitement, but a lot of ups and downs, but that's what we love about high school basketball.
Indeed we do. Akmoody with 26 points tonight, but just not enough as Ottoville staked out to an early 28-14 lead and then really held on to wrap that one up. Brooklyn Kester pacing the Ottoville attack with 16 points. Carly Turbin with 13 of her own. That is going to wrap up our coverage of this one. It's Ottoville, the Big Green, getting a big win in the PCL at home. 51-48 over Columbus Grove as they improve to 11-1. Columbus Grove falling to 11-1. Bulldogs get their first loss of the season. For Josiah Stober and our entire WOSN staff, I'm Patrick Hamler saying so long, everyone, from Ottoville.